Joe's coming in clutch here the last couple weeks. Jack Daniel's 14, Wild Turkey 8-year, gave us a sample.
Turns out to be the same barrel that you got.
Magically, or batch, not barrel, but
same difference.
whatever. Not really. Batch is like culmination of barrels, but you know, same, but different. Welcome in, everybody. For Everything in the Barrel. I'm Andrew. This is Nate.
Hello.
Delayed reaction. I appreciate that. Respect that. Whatever. I was gonna say appreciate.
Appreciate. Suppressed.
So we're reviewing a Michter's Toasted Barrel. This is the first Michter's product that I've ever purchased, and just, you know,
And never will again.
one of my friends had the exact same batch, so he gave us a sample of it before we had to open it. His has been open for a hot minute, so we get to try it.
Breathe.
Yeah, it's had time to breathe.
Breathe, darn you!
But yeah, this is, like, outside of the core lineup, the first Michter's that I've ever had. Outside of bomb burgers. I guess I have had bomb burgers and shakes, and that's technically Michter's. But, like, with the actual, like, Michter's label on there, it's the first one.
I got a shiver off of that one.
Wow.
So, without talking flavor, the journey was kind of actually just rolling wave the entire time. It didn't keep getting bigger or bigger. It just kind of settled, came back, settled, came back.
Yeah. There's nothing.
But then each crest was slightly different.
But I think that's the whole point of, like, a toasted barrel. Whatever. Like, it diminishes, like, some of those, like, sharp edges and rounds it out with some more richer, deep.
But it wasn't even like a cascading, like everything kind of slowly fell off. Everything was kind of falling off, then it kind of came back, and it did that. It was really weird.
It's like that wave push machine, whatever, at like a science museum. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But it's, yeah, I agree. But I think, again, that's the whole point of, like, a toasted finishing barrel is, like, you crank up the fire on the barrel. It opens up a lot of those pores on, like, the wood, and it kind of, like, it allows the whiskey to go into the wood a little bit more, and it gets rid of some of those spiky notes, whatever, that you get from the grain, and kind of rounds it out nicely with some of the wood tannins, like some of those more just oaky notes that aren't overly sharp.
Yeah.
It rounds it out and gives it a little bit more rich, deep, complex.
Do they only have the one toasted finish? They don't have like a grade?
They have a toasted rye.
No. I mean, like, wasn't like, who was it? Was it Penelope?
Yeah.
They had like 4 or 5 different
They had
toast
level
levels.
toast levels, yeah.
So this is just toasted, just
Toasted
just
barrel.
toasted.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's char and then toasted and whatnot. So it's just the levels of how long the the inside of the barrel is getting flamed.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of liking that proof actually. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about it. Like, the proof, it's a lot under what I would prefer. The palate, it's not doing enough for me. The finish is really nice.
The finish is probably the highlight of it.
Yeah.
The nose is, I don't know, the toasted aspects. Have you ever had anything toasted? This is probably, like, well, the Penelope. I think their entry
I usually put butter on it.
I think with Penelope, when they had their range, their low-end toasted, I really didn't notice much. We had to go into, like, their toasted to really start
Level
noticing.
5, whatever.
Yep. I would say this is level 4, level 5. But the toasted note, per se, you can definitely get it on the nose. It's
Yeah, you get that.
It's a majority of the nose.
You
though.
get that marshmallowy, whatever. Like,
Yeah, I'd say that. I wouldn't say like a burnt marshmallow, but like
yeah,
golden
that
marshmallow.
sweetness, like burnt sweetness kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's not like
The burnt caramel.
not even that, because like a burnt caramel kind of goes astringent.
Yeah.
Where like
okay.
like where a burnt marshmallow, like it's
You're
still
talking
smells
campfire with marshmallow.
Exactly.
A little bit of smokiness in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
The palette is nice. The finish is nice. But to me, there's just MSRP is $125-ish in that price range. Would I pay it again for this bottle?
How much is it?
$125.
Oof.
Yeah. Would I pay it again for this bottle? Probably not. Realistically. Like, if it was sitting there, actually, I might.
I don't know. I was kind
But
of hoping
it-
to be sub 100.
It used to be. Like, this last, like, year, it jumped, like, $30.
Oh. Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, I might grab it. Just because you don't,
I don't know, it's kind of
you don't
on that-
ever see it all that often.
It for the toasted, it's probably one of my better toasted, so I will give it that. Because what else was Elijah Craig? I have quite a few toasted barrels, and I really haven't pulled from them.
Yeah.
The Elijah's.
So we have Elijah Craig toasted. Like Old Forester 1910 is toasted. Woodford Double Oak is technically a toasted barrel. Like whatever, it's that extra finishing barrel. And then Penelope, we have. I don't know what else do we have that's the toasted barrel around here.
I do think this is probably one of the better toasted, though. So I guess I would,
That's fair.
if I wanted a toasted, I would probably pay for it. I would probably get this. The Elijah Craig, I really don't, not to say they don't do it well, but I like a lot more of their single barrels.
And they're barrel proof, whatever.
The barrel proof,
Yeah.
whatever, or you start going to like the stores have their own brand, whatever. But especially their barrel proofs. I like their barrel proofs a lot more. Their toasteds,
It's all right.
it's all right. This is better.
Yeah.
So in terms of if I was going to do a toasted, I guess I'd pay the difference.
I would agree this is better than like.
I'm trying to think of a
agree.
toasted that I would pick over this. I'd take this even over Penelope.
Okay. That's high praise from you.
Yeah. So
I don't know if there's enough there for me to want to continuously go back.
yes, no, this would
Like-
be I'm not going to have a backup. I'm just gonna get it
Yeah.
and
When you go through it, you go through it.
go through it. And
And then when you find if and when you find another one,
Yeah.
you find another one.
if it went above, so if I went to the store and it was above 120, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no. I would probably take Woodford Double Oak over this. Not the
Okay.
double. I might take the Woodford Double Oak over this.
I would almost
For $50 compared to 125.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can see it. I'm just trying to get that toasted note out of there because this is probably the. I don't want to use the term smooth, but
It's the most like what you look for on a toasted bourbon, like that marshmallowy.
it's what you
that-
hope all the other toasteds are.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the price, I would take 2.5 Woodford Double Oaks
Yeah.
over one of these. Yeah.
Yeah, but if we're focusing on the toasted part, I would.
This is better.
This is better.
Yeah.
So, and it's not $200. If you can find it for that 120,
Yeah.
if it's much more than that, I'm just gonna pass.
Yeah.
There's other things in that price range that I would rather get. I would rather get like the Angel's Envy, just straight
Yeah.
rye.
Okay.
I'd rather
Yeah.
spend the money on
Yeah.
something like that
Yeah.
than get a toasted.
You're talking Spanish Rye Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That's fair.
just for.
And that's still realistically probably $40 cheaper than this after
Yeah.
tax. So.
So if I was honestly thinking this was sub 100, but if it's,
Used to be,
I'd be happy with 90.
But
I would really be
everything
happy with 90.
getting more expensive. Whee!
Yeah, but even still, I mean, we started talking about some of the classics, the number 7, the 101s, Jamesons. They really haven't. And then you get something like this as toasted. Hey, we're going to add $30.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's our market or if that's them or what the deal is, but I don't know.
They know about it.
It's yeah, but if next year, if like midwinter it happened to where you went from $120 to $200,
They've already done that.
no, but like this, if next year, like, hey, we're gonna try to do the same damn thing, and it went to $200, I mean, no,
Yeah, it would drop off.
I would no, it's not worth that.
No,
It's good. It's not
Great.
great.
No.
So
No. To where would I be mad if I bottle killed this and didn't have a backup? No.
no,
Because I would just go to a different product.
it's definitely fun.
if I wanted that vibe.
Yep, this would be
Like
this
the
is
Old Forester 1910 is good.
yeah.
Woodford Double Oak is good.
Are you getting any kind of different notes out of it other than just the toasted, or is it pretty much just?
Yeah, I mean, you get those stereotypical like bourbon notes from it, whatever. But
There's almost a little bit of a spice to it, but that's
see, I'm not getting any sort of like spicy, whatever.
on the nose. You're not
No.
nothing. See, I got like a little bit.
Yeah, there's nothing on the palate that gives me any sort of spice. There's no pinpricks, whatever, on the tongue. There's none of that. But not to say that that's not enjoyable. Realistically, that's what I would like in most of my whiskeys. Like that prickle dance.
I'm getting a little
whatever
bit
on
on
the
like the
tongue.
tip of the tongue, but that's just me then.
Yeah.
Just getting a little bit on that, but
For MSRP, it's good.
yeah,
For secondary,
yeah.
me.
The nose is good. The palate
Good.
is all right.
Yeah.
It doesn't the finish really kind of just rolls through.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives you a taste every time he does a roll. It's like 2 or 3. You get a
It's
little
just like,
taste
oh,
of different,
hello,
pretty much.
Yeah. And it's quick, but it doesn't last long.
It does not last long. It's not a long finish. It's just
But
a
I mean, you can kind of expect that with.
that's my one
91
kind of
proof.
gripe with it, trying to justify the toasted flavoring. It lingers a little bit in the back of the throat. That campfiriness, that lingers.
Are you getting any sort of like saltiness at the back of the throat too?
No, thanks. Yeah. So
Yeah.
good, not great.
Yep. $125. Meh. I'd give it a solid C minus.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a toasted, it's probably one of the best toasteds. It's
Yeah.
just not something that.
At 125, it's a C minus. If it was realistically in the 80s,
If it was 90, I'd be happy.
if it was in the 80s, out the door in the 90s, I would probably give it a solid B
Yeah.
to B plus.
Yeah, no, mid-grade B.
Yeah,
it's
but at
literally the
that-
price. Yeah.
Yeah, but at that $125, it's C minus. So
Yeah, the
not
note.
terrible.
No,
It's still passing. It's just GPA is not quite that high.
Yeah. So the notes are pretty much toasted campfire, a little bit of marshmallow, a little bit of caramel,
A little bit
traditional
of sweetness, like
Yeah.
a little bit of just those stereotypical bourbon notes. Just
I'm getting a little bit on the tip of the tongue of just some kind of a pinpricks.
yeah.
The finish is probably I wouldn't say the most interesting, but most complex thing about
Yeah.
it. You are going to get a couple different notes as you sit there and linger, but it's done.
Yeah.
It really doesn't last.
No,
So,
but it's good.
yeah.
I
If you like your toasted, you'll definitely like it.
enjoyed the ride on this one, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
So-
But
We'll catch you on the next one. Remember, as always, merch shop, link in the bio. Buy
so
some
sorry.
swag.
so sorry.
I'm just gonna keep promoting that until.
The day you die.
The goal is to sell enough merch to where we can buy a WOW.
It's only 12 years.
Sure. All right, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
So, yeah.
Bye. I'm happy Joe gave us a sample of that one.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's just leaves a lot to be desired in terms of what the drink could be.